twisty flow today. So yeah, we'll start in child's pose. So bring the big toes together and have the knees nice and wide. Now, if you're comfortable in this position, that's fine. Or you might want to sit on a block. So if your legs and your hips are feeling particularly tight this morning, you could sit on a block, or you could experiment sitting on a block if you want to. And then bring your head down. So slowly sort of bring your tummy down and then walk your hands away and bring your forehead down to the floor. And again, if you wanted to rest your head on something, it's important that your head is supported. So if it doesn't reach the floor, put something, place it on something, or even bring your hands so your forehead rests on your hands. Okay, and just relax the arms. So don't have them too outstretched because I want them to be relaxed. And just settle in here. So allowing yourself to arrive on your mat. And just taking 3 big breaths in and a sigh out with each breath. And do this in your own time. So an inhale through your nose and an open mouth exhale. With each breath, just allowing yourself just to arrive here, welcoming yourself onto your mat. Now returning your breath so that you've got a steady rhythm in and out through your nose. Seeing if you can breathe into right to the back of your body, all the way to the lower back, breathing in, finding that space, and breathing out, letting your body just release. Now maybe just checking in with your body. How does it feel to be in this body this morning? Checking in with how you are, your energy levels, your thoughts and emotions. And inviting you to bring an intention for today's practice, to be fully in your body. So really noticing how your body moves all the way through the practice. So returning to an awareness of the moving body throughout the practice today. Now we'll begin by walking the hands away from us. So reaching up towards the top of the mat and just stretching out the side body here. So as you inhale, see if you can find some more space between the ribs. Fill the tummy. And as you exhale, just release that chest a little bit further down. Good, maybe coming up onto fingertips. Feeling that stretch in the shoulders, the shoulder blades. And now walking the fingers over to the left-hand side. And really stretching out the right side of the body. So you might want to sort of tip your head underneath your right armpit here, just to deepen that side stretch. As you exhale, you might want to walk the fingertips a little bit further over to the left-hand side. And then walk the fingers all the way back through center and out to the left-hand side. Really feeling that left shoulder and armpit opening. And again, as you exhale, maybe walking those fingertips a little bit further round to the right. Good. And as you inhale, bring yourself back to center, hands out in front of you. We're just going to lift the bottom up and bring the knees in so that the hips are above the knees. And from here, we're just going to thread. So take the left hand, reach it forwards. And then as you exhale, thread it under and bring the ear down. So coming into a gentle twist and maybe walking the right fingers away from you. It's an option to take that right hand up and onto the left-hand side of the body if you want to increase that twist. So perhaps holding onto the top of your left thigh. Good. Inhale, bring that right arm back over, lift up, bring both hands back to center. And then we'll lift the right arm, reach it forwards. And then as you exhale, tuck it under, take it all the way through, ear to the mat. And then walk the left fingers to the top. And once again, option to lift that left hand up and maybe take hold of the right thigh. Just twist that shoulder open. Good. Inhale, bring the hands back up to center. And we'll come to find a dragonfly pose. So come down onto the bottom and take the legs wide, so into a straddle. So we're going to have the toes pointing up. So the feet are flexed. I'd like you to take a big inhale, reach up and take hold of the fingers. Okay, so hold the fingers. It doesn't really matter which one. We'll swap them over afterwards. And as you exhale, come down over one leg. And continue exhaling. Bring your hands in front of you over to the other leg. And then inhale, really open up the chest here, sort of twist open to increase the stretch. Come back up to center. Good, and we'll do that again. So lower down, take an inhale at the top, then exhale, lower down. Reach in front, do this at your own time. And then as you inhale, come back up to center. One more, inhale. Exhale, reach far forwards. Stretch out as far as you can in front of you, over to the other leg. And then inhale. Good. Take the hands down either side. Once you get to the top, just rest them for a moment. And then inhale, take hold of the other fingers. Big inhale, then exhale, lower down the opposite way, so onto the other leg. And continue exhaling, reaching out in front. Good. And then inhale, come back up to center. And then go again with your own breath. Exhale, lower down, sweep in front. And then inhale, roll open to open up the side of the body. Good. We'll do one more inhale. And exhale, lower down. Hover. And come back up. Great, well done. And exhale, release. Good, we'll come into all fours now. So set yourself up into a tabletop position. And just roll the hands so that you're lifting up the palm onto the finger. So we're just going to warm up the wrist like this. So you can do them both at the same time, or you can do one at a time. Just getting into the finger joints and the wrists. So lifting them up. Getting some movement in the wrist joints and in the fingers. Good. And then we'll set ourselves up for some cat-cows. We'll do some nice flowing cat-cows with our breath. So we'll begin together, but then go in your own time with your own breath. So set yourself up, just make sure that you're nice and aligned. flat back, and then we'll take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, look up. And then exhale, really tuck that tailbone, lift the navel to the sky, chin to chest. Good. Inhale. And really notice the movement of your spine. So keep this flow to your own breath. Exhale, round. Good. Really stretching out the tummy as you look up. And really pushing the floor away from you as you exhale. Good. Keeping that sense of knowing how your body's moving. Just gently awakening the spine, the neck. Good. Okay, come back to a neutral position and we'll tuck the toes under and we'll come to find our first downward dog. So make sure the fingers are spread wide and take your bottom and hips up and back. And just set yourself up, feeling into that downward dog this morning. So noticing how your body's feeling. Have some movement in your downward dog to begin with. Just noticing where you want to stretch. Maybe taking some deep bends now into each knee. So really bending one knee at a time, but a lot. And maybe moving the hips as you do this. Feeling sort of the edge of each stretch. Great. Okay, we'll just come to find some stillness here. Take the sit bones high, just to find some length in that spine. And exhale, work those heels down towards the floor. Well done, everyone. That's looking really good. So taking those heels down. Relax the head. Relax the neck. Good. And now begin to walk the feet towards the hand. Just in some small steps, maybe stretching the heels down towards the floor as you do so. And coming to meet at the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold here. So option to take hold of both elbows or take hold of the back of the neck. You can interlace your fingers on the back of the neck, back of the head. And allow this just to bring your head down, to stretch out the neck. Keeping the legs bent so that the ribs need to be resting on the thighs, but see if you can take those sit bones a little bit higher. So maybe shifting the weight slightly onto the balls of the feet to find a stretch in the hamstrings. An option just to sway from side to side if that's what your body is telling you. Good. Release the hands down. And then inhale, slowly roll up, using your core to bring you up. And take those shoulders up and back, a big shoulder stretch at the top of the mat. Great, well done. Okay, so we're going to begin with some sun salutations. So we'll just start by bringing the hands into the chest. So plant your feet firmly on the floor. Big toes touching, an inch gap between your heels. Engage the kneecaps, engage the quads. Zip up through your tummy. Bring your thumbs into your chest. And just take a moment here with the eyes closed to really connect with the floor. So really noticing your feet connected with the mat. Shoulders away from your ears. So weight of the body sinking down, but the height of the body reaching up. Connect with your breath. Good, and exhale. Take the hands down either side, blink the eyes open. We'll just go through one sun salutation A. So inhale, lift the arms up. Really notice how your body moves. We'll do this slowly. So notice the stretch in the side of your tummy. Exhale, fold forwards from the hips. As soon as you feel the hamstrings, bend the knees. Fingertips come either side. Take the sit bones high, relax the head down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, flatten out the back. So rotate the thighs inwards here, using our adductors. Good, long back. Then exhale, plant the fingertips either side of the toes, palms come down to the floor, bend the knees a lot, big step back to the back of the mat. So maybe finding your high plank here, engage your core. If your wrists are feeling okay, if your wrists are feeling a little bit weak this morning, drop the knees for a moment. Okay, so just engage the core. Good, take a few breaths. Good, then we'll lower the knees down and lower the body down with the elbows brushing the rib cage, bringing hips and chest down to the floor. Good, tuck the toes. Inhale, come up into a baby cobra now. So take the shoulder blades down your back to lift you up and slightly push into the hands. Good, and then exhale, bring the head back down and we'll come back up to a baby cobra. So inhale, let's get some movement in that spine. Exhale, lower down. Good, well done. Tuck the toes and then push back up onto your knees and all the way back up to downward facing dog. Good, and find that downward facing dog. Find some length in your spine. Broaden those shoulder blades. Relax the head. And find some length in those hamstrings. So really working those heels towards the floor. Taking the navel, the belly button up towards the ceiling. So really sort of scooping out your tummy. Good. Exhale, bend the knees. Look between the hands and a big step between the fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Stick the bottom out to really stretch out the spine. Well done. Exhale, fold forwards, relax the head. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up tall. Rise up. And then exhale, bring the palms together and lower them down. Good. Okay, we'll do a little variation of a sun salutation with a lizard this time. So hands either side. I'll go a little bit quicker. Inhale, look to the thumbs. Exhale, fold forwards. Uttanasana, look between the legs. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands either side, step or maybe jump if you've got the energy. Back to high plank. Inhale here. And then exhale, lower down chaturanga, maybe the body in one long line with control. Good. Untuck the toes. Inhale. Come up to find your cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes and push the hips up and back. Maybe coming through the knees, maybe coming straight up. Take a few breaths here. Good. Now on an inhale, we're going to lift the right leg high to the sky and bend the knee to open up the hip. So breathe in, really opening up into that hip. Take the knee towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, scoop that tummy high. Come onto the ball of the left foot. You're bringing the right foot to the outside edge of the right hand to lizard. Good. Drop the back knee here. And we're just going to take some circles in lizard here. So we're really going to work into the hips. So don't worry if they're not very round circles. We're just finding some space in the hips. And you might want to turn this right foot out slightly. Might make it slightly easier to get into the hips. That's fine. So going one way and then change direction to the other way. So using all our core muscles to move our hips around here. So sinking in, finding space. Great. Tuck the left toes under, bring that right foot back. And then we'll find our downward dog, but we'll roll over then to a high plank. Strong body, lower yourself down with control. Keep those elbows in. Untuck the toes, inhale, come up. Cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes. Drive hips up and back. Good. We're starting to get a bit more movement, a bit of warmth in the body. Left foot high to the sky. Bend the knee. Take that knee to the ceiling. Big inhale to open up the hip. Exhale, bring that knee all the way into the chest. Take the left foot to the outside edge of your left hand. Drop the back knee. Same thing here. So just taking some circles in our lizard on this side. So just really being curious about how this movement, how you can get deep into the hips. Again, option to take those left toes to face outwards a little bit to get a little bit deeper into this. So circling one way, then the other. You can straighten that left leg as you come back if you like. Good, and then change direction if you haven't done so already. Good. Okay, tuck the right toes under and inhale, lift that left leg back up, find your downward facing dog. Take an inhale and then exhale, roll forwards to high plank, lower your body down. Lots of control here. Try and keep the forearms vertical. Good, untuck the toes, inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Great, well done everyone. From here, we're going to bend the knees, look between the hands, step, or maybe jump between the fingers. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten out that back, long spine. Exhale, fold forward, bring that head down. Inhale, rise up, reach tall. Exhale, Samastiti. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to go one more with a bit of a twisty flow this time. So big toes together, heels an inch apart, prepare. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Good, maybe taking those sit bones a bit higher, pushing your fingertips now into the mat to help you reach up. Reach your sit bones up. Inhale, halfway lift. Rotate those thighs inwards. Exhale, plant the hands either side, big jump, or maybe step to the back of the mat, high plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down with control. Good. Maybe up dog now. So you can option to come into cobra or up dog, where you're hovering the thighs off the floor. Keep a slight bend in the elbows so the shoulders come away from the ears, because otherwise you tend to bunch. So keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, push the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Well done. Take a couple of breaths here. Okay, inhale, take the right leg high to the sky, bend that knee again. Stretch open that hip. Then we're going to, as we exhale, we're going to bring that foot between our hands. But to do this, come onto the ball of your left, on the ball of the left foot. So take an inhale, then exhale, roll yourself. So really scoop that tummy in so that you can make that foot come between your hands, the right foot between the hands. Good. Keep the left foot the left hand on the mat. And we're going to open up to a twist. So option to drop the knee if this is feeling too challenging. Otherwise, keep that left leg off the floor and reach up in a twist here. Good. Now feeling strong through your feet. So really ground yourself through your feet. So you inhale, I want you to bring both hands up as if someone's pulling that top hand up behind you. Come up to a twisted lunge. Take both hands out to the side. Good. Find steadiness in your feet here. Good. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist our bodies all the way back around. The back foot drops 90 degrees. Find our warrior two here. Good. So both hips are facing to the side. A bend in that front knee. Good. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can broaden those shoulders and take them away from your ears. Good. Okay, straighten the front leg now. We'll find triangle pose. So inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, drop that right hip and come into triangle. Taking the left fingers high to the sky. Lean back and open up the chest here. Good. Try and keep both legs straight. Make sure you're not sinking out through your hips. So take the hips forward, lift the pubic bone. Good. Exhale, look down. Hands back in T position. Bend back into that front knee, 90-degree angle. Then as you exhale, bring the forearm, right forearm down to the right knee. Find our side angle pose. Take the top hand up. Good. Well done. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, we'll just reverse this warrior here. So take the left hand down the leg, lift up that right hand. Good. And then as we exhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands down either side of that front foot. Twist your body around and come into a high plank here. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower the body down. Good. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, hips all the way up and back. Brilliant. Well done. Good. This time, we're going to take the left foot high to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Big inhale. Exhale, bring that knee and foot now in between your hands. Good. Leaving the right hand on the floor this time. Twist open to face the left hand side. Lift the left hand high. Option to drop your knee if you're not feeling balanced. Next, inhale. Now push into your feet and bring yourself up into a twist. So you're facing the left hand side in a twisted lunge. Good. Then exhale, bring the arms all the way round. That back foot comes to a 90-degree angle. Find warrior two. Strong pose. That's looking great. Well done. Nice and strong, Bethan. That's good. Back. Inhale, lift that chest. Make sure that knee is over the ankle. Front knee. Good. Okay. Next, inhale, straighten that front leg. So both legs are straight. And then as you exhale, reach forward, drop the left hip, finding our triangle on this side. So bring the arms down. So make sure that your body is over your leg and lift that back arm up, reach tall. Good. Exhale, look down at the front toe. Inhale, arms to T position, bend into that front knee again. And then take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, left forearm comes onto the left knee and sweep that top hand up and over. So we've got that nice long line from the right little toe all the way up to the right fingertips. Looking really good. Well done. And then look down at the big toe. Inhale, reach up. And then we'll just reverse that. So bring the right hand down onto the right thigh and open up the left side of the body. Take a big inhale. Look up. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, either side. Bring that leg back. Roll over into your high plank. Feel strong. Take some weight into the heels and then lower your body down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Well done, everyone. Really good. Great. So in a moment, we're going to move into a yogi squat. There's the option to step or to jump the feet either side of the hands. So we'll take an inhale and exhale, bend the legs. So either step or jump the feet either side of the hands, a bit like a frog, and then lower yourself down into a yogi squat, maybe sitting on a block, maybe having a little bit of a wriggle, find some space in your hips. Right, relax the glutes here and just use the arms to broaden out the knees to get into that, to open up the hips. Look down towards those middle fingers. Find some length in your spine here. So Sit up, like make your back as long as you can. Great. Okay. And as we inhale, we're going to power up through our feet now and come to standing. Well done, great. Big wide step out. We'll come into the Prasarita Padottanasana. We'll do 2 of these. So have the ankles below the wrists, so your arms are out in a T position. Heels are slightly turned out. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, fold forward from the hips. So keep the legs straight, long, find some length in your spine. So reach your chest forward as you come down. Then bring the hands down, shoulder width apart, in between the feet. Good. Inhale, grow tall, like through the spine. So imagine someone's pulling your head here. And then exhale, look behind you. Use your hands on the mat now. So push the mat away from you. And use your hands to bring you further between your legs. Squeeze those elbows towards one another. Looking great. Great, Kate. That's it. See if you can get a little bit deeper. So inhale, find length in that spine. Then exhale, see if you can get your head a little bit further down. Well done, Sharon. That's it. Good. Good. Inhale, bring the head all the way halfway up. Take the hands now in front of you and sweep them all the way behind you, interlace the fingers. So now you're looking to roll open. You might need to come up a little bit more to do this. So you're looking to take the inner elbows facing out and open up the shoulder blades. Good. So inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold forwards again and take the hands as far towards the floor as you can. Good. Each exhale, bringing the head down. Great, good, Kate. Sit near, inhale, that's it, and exhale. So find if you can't get your wrist, just keep your body up so that you can really open up the shoulders. Good. And then release the hands. I tend to ping open here. And inhale, come all the way up. And we'll take a big step now to the top of the mat. Wonderful. So we're going to come into a pyramid pose. So take the left leg back halfway. So have the left foot turned out 45 degrees. Hips facing forward. Place your hands on the hips to make sure they're facing forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. And then place the hands, either reverse prayer or take hold of opposite elbows. Your choice. And then as you exhale, lower down. So lower down to find the flat back. Keep the thighs like turning towards each other. So inner rotation. And then lower the head down towards the forehead. Good. Sit, Katie. So just watch you're not sinking out through that right hip. Make sure the hips are lined. As you exhale, see if you can bring that forehead closer to the shin. Good. Inhale, come up. And step to the top of the mat and we'll change sides. Right foot steps back just to the middle of the mat. Right foot out 45 degrees. Align the hips. Good. Inhale. Interlace the hands, so maybe holding onto the elbows or reverse namaste. And then as you exhale, fold forwards. Find that flat back and then bring the forehead down towards the shin. Great. Looking good. So make sure those thighs are rolling in towards one another. It's looking nice back. Inhale and then exhale, bring your forehead down. Great, well done, Hannah. That's it, just release here. And then inhale, rise up. Take the foot up and we'll come into a vinyasa straight away. Inhale, reach up, look to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forwards from the hips, fingertips either side. Inhale, lift the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump to the back of the mat. Come over into high plank. Lower yourself down, maybe keeping the legs hovering off as you switch the feet and come into up dog. Good. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, roll over, come up into downward facing dog. Take those hips high. So really find, now we've warmed up, really find a really good downward dog here. So feel the connection of the base of the middle finger with the mat. Bend the knees, come onto the balls of the feet and lengthen out the spine. So take those sit bones as high as you can to the sky. And then as you exhale, take the heels down towards the floor as much as you can and suck that tummy in. Really push into the hands and work those heels towards the floor. Great, looking really strong in those downward dogs. Excellent. Relax the head. Good. So in a moment, we're going to transition into seated. So option to drop the knees and swivel into seated. Or if you're going to take the option to jump, I'd like you to try and take the hips as high as you can so that you're landing really lightly. So on the exhale, bend the knees. Look where you want, look between your hands and take the hips as high as you can. See if you can find a little bit of hover for a second and then land lightly. Good. Well done. So we'll come into a butterfly pose. If you want to take a drink, please do so. Where we haven't stopped for a drink. Okay, so we're going to come into a butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, work the knees down towards the floor. So they're not really tight in, they're not far out, somewhere in the middle. And we're just going to take some rolls here of the hips. So we're going to come to the side, lead with the chest, hold on to the shins to really sort of work again into this tummy area. Good. And then change direction and go the other way. Good. Nice circles. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll come into Marichyasana C first of all. So have the legs out in front of you now. Bend the right knee, bring the right foot into the left knee. Good. Hold on to the shin, inhale, find some length. Then also reach the left hand up high to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow onto the opposite side of the right knee, or option to modify and take hold of the shin with the left hand. Okay, right hand out behind you. Make sure that left foot is flexed, so the toes are pointed to the ceiling. Find that twist here. So inhale, find length in your spine, and then exhale, twist. Use your back fingers to really push you around, and the elbow on the knee. If you're here, you might want to bring the palms together if you're feeling upright, and use pushing the palms together to find the center of your chest to twist even further. Really getting into that tummy. Good. And then exhale, release, bring the hands down, the legs down, sorry. Then take the left foot into the knee here. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. And then first option, bring the right hand onto the shin, or lift the right hand up. And as you exhale, twist, elbow onto the left knee, fingers behind you. Inhale, find some length. So again, these back fingers are really important. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twist, look behind you. Option to bring the palms together, but only if you're not rounding out through your spine. Take a few breaths. Looking good. Well done. Excellent. Come back to center here. And we'll just do a sort of moving Paschimottanasana. So come into Dandasana, sit up tall. And as you inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, take the hands forward. So they're going to travel forward towards the feet. Take the chest forward. Good. And then as you inhale, bring the hands up and all the way back around. Exhale. Good. So we'll go exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale. And inhale. Take the arms all the way back. Good. Working into those hamstrings. So every time you reach forwards, see if you can reach forwards a little bit further. Good. Excellent. Bring the hands down either side. We'll do a vinyasa here. So squeeze the knees and the feet together. Inhale, lift them up. Tight is light. Great. Cross them over. Roll onto the hands. Kick the legs back. High plank. Lower the body down. Chaturanga. Good. Inhale. Come up. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Lower down. Tuck the toes, come back up into our downward facing dog. Again, option to sit and swivel, or option to take the hips high and land lightly with the legs crossed. Trying to find some hover. Good. Excellent. Okay, we're just going to do some boat prep to work it, boat pose prep to work into our tummy here. So what we're going to do is just lower yourself down onto the floor so that you're lying down. Good. So to start with, you might want to put the backs of your hands underneath your bottom. So with the palms facing down. And it's going to ask you to lift the legs up here. So bring them up so that they're vertical. Good. And as you exhale, slowly lower them down. Good. And do that again. Inhale, lift them up using your core. Exhale, slowly lower them down. So this is really good for helping with coming to boat pose, but headstand, we need a really strong core. So continue with this for a moment. And then maybe trying with the hands not underneath, but be careful of your lower back. So the hands underneath can support your back. So see if you can do it without your hands, but if it's uncomfortable, put the hands back. Good. And then option to take the hands above the head and then get the hands to meet the shins as you exhale. So exhale. Good. Inhale, lower down. Slowly with control here. Good. So exhale, reach up. Inhale, fill the chest. One more. Great, strong. And slowly lower down. Good. So we're going to roll over just to come up into our boat pose. So set yourself up. Bring the toes to the floor. Hands under the knees. Wriggle the sit bones to the floor. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Squeeze the knees together. This will really help. Squeeze the knees and ankles together. Lift that chest up. So look up. Avoid looking down at your knees. Good. And then maybe bring the shins up so that they're horizontal with the floor, parallel with the floor, and take the hands off. And maybe straightening the legs. Just seeing how your body's feeling this morning. Maybe there's a wobble. Good. And exhale, release. Well done. We'll do one more of those. So set yourself up. Really important, those sit bones are on the floor. Squeeze knees, ankles together. Lift the shins. Steady your breath. Take the hands off. Good, and well done here. And lifting them up strong there, Kate. Well done. Sit, Sammy. All looking good. Great. Good. And exhale, release down. Good. And now slowly just moving your bottom down so that you're going to be lying down on the full length of your mat, lowering your body down. And we'll just hug the knees in for a moment. Massage that lower back. Good. Taking the hands out in a T position and dropping the knees over onto the right-hand side. And just allowing the body to relax here. Using the weight of your knees. Maybe closing the eyes, turning the head out towards the left hand. Great. Inhale, bring the knees back in. Exhale, drop them to the other side. Good. Really just relax every part of your body here. Allow just gravity to do its work. Bring that shoulder down to the floor. Good, and then hugging the knees in once more. We'll just gently set up for Shavasana now. So taking the legs out in front of you Option as always, if there's any discomfort in that lower back, to bend the knees. Allowing the feet to fall away from one another. Palms to be face up at the side of the body. And just take a moment just to arrive. Have a little fidget if you need to. Closing the eyes. And inviting stillness into the body. And just in your own time now, scanning through the body, noticing how each part of your body is feeling. Perhaps noticing contact with the mat. Maybe there's areas of warmth. Maybe there's areas of slight discomfort. Just allow them to be there. Maybe breathing in and opening. Allowing the breath to return to its normal rhythm. So we're not trying to change anything. Just bringing your awareness now onto your breathing. Seeing if you can notice the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Be curious about how it moves through the body. See if you can follow each inhale and each exhale. And if your mind wanders off, just bring it back. Gently bring it back to the breath. Now inviting some movement into the toes and into the fingers. Reaching the hands up behind the head. And breathing in, big in breath, big inhale, and release, exhale. Good. Making your way over, so bending the knees, making your way over into that fetal position, supporting your head with your hands. And just take a few moments here. Keep your eyes closed and just check in again. How does your body feel right now? How do you feel? And in your own time, making your way up to a seated position. Inviting you to keep the eyes closed as you do this. And take the hands out either side. We'll take a big inhale together, reach up. Palms touch, so feel the warmth of your palms touch one another, and then exhale, bring them down. Take the thumbs into the chest. Inhale together. Exhale, blink the eyes open. Well done. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing that practice, and I hope you have a really lovely, lovely day and a nice weekend. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Jo.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Jo.
Bye.